Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear me too now, so all right, let's go. Sorry about all that.
All right.
We're clear to the right. So the first thing I do is check the brakes. So I'll check the right brake, then I'll check the left brake. Brakes are working. Okay, so we're going to take on this runway, and then we're going to depart, and we're going to head to the north. All right, you all set?
I'm all set.
All right, so our trim is set for takeoff, which is right here. Our mixture is both. Our mixture is rich. Our fuel is on both. So now I'll make a radio call. Butler County traffic, Cessna 625 Delta, taking on runway 29er, departing to the north, Butler. So we're just going to line up on the center line. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's runway 29, the numbers are there. We have a compass heading of 29, so we're good to go. So go ahead, put your heels on the floor. All right, and here we go. So I'm using my rudder pedals to keep us going down the center line. Our airspeed is alive, it's moving. Our engine gauges, one last look at those, they're in the green. There's 50, we pull back, hold it right there. Push forward a little bit. Follow me along. You're flying, I'm not. You just did that. See where our ball is right now? See how it's to the right?
Yeah.
So now I just push on the right pedal. And so now you're flying the airplane. Now we're just going to hold this pitch attitude. And the pitch attitude holds, so push forward a little bit. Hold it right there. Pull back a little bit. Just use one hand. Let go with your right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you did that. I was just backing you up. That's why I did that, so you can tell how easy it is.
Gotcha.
All right, so now we're going to go to our right. So what we're going to do, so just use your left hand. So we're going to roll the airplane to the right. We're going to apply a little rudder to keep the ball centered here. And we'll just bring the nose around to the right. And we're passing through 1,300 feet. So we'll just pick this heading. We've got a couple clouds in front of us, so let's lower our nose. So push forward. Take a look, okay? I don't see anybody in front of us, so we can resume our climb. Okay, push forward a little bit. Yep, now let go, and let's see, so release your hands. So let's see where the airplane's trimmed at. So right now, my hands are free, your hands are free. The airplane's trimmed for where we want it, right at 73. Perfect. Okay, so we'll climb on up here to a couple thousand feet. We'll go up to 3,000 feet. Get above, see these clouds above us?
Yeah.
We'll kind of get above those. So we're coming through 2,500 feet, and we're going to go on up to 3,000. And then we're just going to do a couple turns and some things like that to get you familiarized with how the controls work. I'm pulling the power back to around 2,300. I'm going to trim the nose down because we're still climbing, and I want it to be at 3,000. So let some back pressure off. So this is just a fine adjustment. And then I'm going to lean it back a little bit.
That just made me nervous when you did that, because I'm like, doesn't that turn it
I know, it always makes everybody nervous. All right, so let's go down. Let me push the nose down a little bit more. That'll take us back to 3,000 feet. So right now we're straight and level. So if you let go of the controls, let go. So now we're trimmed for straight and level. I'm 150 feet above, so what I'm going to do is push the nose forward. Let my altitude, so we're going down. I'm going to get back to my altitude.
Butler County traffic 09 Hotel on downwind.
And because I'm trimmed for straight and level, see, we're speeding up. But when I get to 1,000 feet, Because I've already trimmed the airplane, when I level off at 1,000 feet, the airplane's going to go back to flying where the trim was set for. So my altitude and airspeed is going to come right back to where I want it. Okay, so let's start here. So you have the controls.
I have the controls.
You have the controls. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with I'm just going to walk you through. We're going to do a turn to the left. So let's lift the left wing up, look to our left. I don't see anybody. So let's do it. So we're going to roll the airplane from this triangle to hit this white line. So let's commence the turn. Notice the nose goes down, so we need to pull back. And we'll use our rudder pedal to keep us centered. So now our eyes go outside. You're looking for that gap between the cowling and the horizon. What we're going to do is just basically draw a line through the sky. We're going to just bring it around, and we're going to roll out on the heading that we started, which I didn't tell you. So we're almost 180, so we've almost done a half of a complete turn. So now we're facing directly south, opposite where we started. So we're making small corrections, so the nose is coming down, we're losing, so pull back a little bit. Now pull the nose up a little bit so this levels off. There we go, right there. Coming up to our heading of north where we started. So as we get close to that, what we're going to do is start rolling. That was our turbulence that was actually where we started. That was the turbulence that we created when we started the turn.
Wow.
Right, which is, you only get that on a smooth day. So we're back to a heading, we're back at 3,000, we're back on north, and we haven't done anything. So if you let go, the airplane's trimmed. So if I do this or do that, the airplane comes back to its normal setting. So now let's do the same thing. Let's do a 360-degree turn to the right. So roll it to the right, get this lined up, and as you're turning to the right, pull back your back pressure. So there's your turn. We add a little bit of rudder, and I'll pull your nose up a little bit, like that.
Executive traffic, citation 50.
And
Up and turn 2 miles.
so this looks really good right there. So we're going down, so pull back some more.
Traffic, that's the 27 Golf is 5 miles.
One takes a little bit more, so there's a little bit of extra load. So now, see our cowling is above the horizon.
Yeah.
So we're climbing back up to our altitude. All right, we're still climbing, so I'm always glancing outside and inside. I can tell you what's going on outside, but looking inside confirms what I already know. A little more back pressure. If I add more rudder, see how when I step on the rudder, the turn goes faster? So we have to roll out a little bit. So that was a 30-degree bank, so let's roll out. So if you're comfortable with that, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, so now together, you and I, we're going to do one at 45 degrees.
Oh my God.
So we're going to we're going to put this triangle right between these two big lines. So again, let's look to the left, make sure we're clear, which we are. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to roll first, pull back pressure, and rudder. So here we go. Let's do it together. Are you ready? All right, we're rolling in. I'm looking for the 45. So there's 45. So I stop the roll with this. I pull back.
RV 939
So this right here is a what they call a G and a half.
County traffic says the 27 Golf is
Right there. So I'm pulling back a little bit more.
entering Dallin on the way.
Now my eyes are outside and I'm just tracing the cowling around.
And 6 Yankee X-ray. Do you see me?
So now I have to turn out sooner, so then I just roll the airplane out.
Wow.
That's our turn. So you good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one to the right. All right, so we are clear to the right.
County traffic. Do you see me?
Let's get back. We'll go back up to 3,000 just to make it.
Indy executive traffic, Mooney 333, Lima Papa, left downwind 36, Indy exec. Butler County traffic, 09 Hotel is on downwind for runway 29.
Okay, so we are clear to the right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll and then stop when I get to my point. So, all right, let's go to the right. So let's roll into it. Hold that. Now I'm descending, so I'm pulling back. I find where my cowling is on the course with the horizon. Add some rudder here. I'm climbing, so I can release a little bit of back pressure. And the rest, now that I've got myself stabilized, I just make small adjustments.
Crosswind, turning downwind for 29.
Of course, I lead my turn ahead of my, right there it is. So I use the rudder and the ailerons.
For a Biffville cross for the...
So before we go to the 60, the next thing I want to show you is I'll demonstrate slow flight. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull the carb heat out. I'm going to go measure ridge. And I'm going to get us into the white arc. So I'm just going to pull the power back to 2,000. I want to maintain my heading and my altitude. So what I'm doing is I'm holding the nose up. If I keep pulling the nose up, we just keep slowing down. So once we get into the white arc, I can add my first 10 degrees of flaps. As the flaps come in, we have to adjust by pushing forward, so we trim forward a little bit. So now we're slowed down to 70 miles per hour, 70 knots. So if I want to, I can add the next 10 degrees of flaps. Trim a little bit more nose down.
21 Charlie Whiskey, downwind 27 Alexandria.
Now we're down to 65. Add some more.
Short final.
Trying to feel the turbulence that they're creating. So now we're down. We're now configured for our landing. So this is about the airspeed we're going to use when we want to land. So I'm pitching up and down for my airspeed. I'm using my power to keep this centered. So this is slow flight. So now let's do the same thing. Let's do a turn. We'll do a turn to the left, and so you get a feel of how sensitive the aircraft is in the landing configuration, which is the most, when you're landing, you're low and slow to the ground. So this is why we teach this maneuver, is we want students to get a feel of how the airplane responds in this condition.
Okay.
So we use shallower control movements. Let's just walk it around. So about 30 degrees of bank is what we're going to use when we make all of our turns in the pattern. That's why I'm keeping it right here at 30.
Jumpers away.
So move the controls, get a feel of how you have to move it a lot more.
Yeah.
Alright, so now let's recover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll level. I'm just going to add full power. This is simulating that we're doing a go-around. And I'm slowly going to, if I bring the flaps up too fast, you'll actually feel the airplane sink. So when we add full power, we want to slowly initiate a climb. Because watch, if I pop these up too quickly,
oh God.
You know how the airplane just, it's not changing us, but the airplane is, we just started to sink. Alright, so now I'm going to pull power back and recover, so we went from 50 to 80 right now.
Are you guys familiar with an initial?
So I'm going to do the same, so I'm going to slow the airplane down again, but this time I'm going to leave the flaps up. And I'm going to show you how much we have to lift the nose to get to 50. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slow down to 50, without the flaps. You're going to see it's going to take us a lot more trim. And the other thing I have to do is I have to add a lot more power. So I'm letting the nose come up.
Butler County traffic says that you have a Golf downwind on the way 29 Butler County.
See, look, I'm trimming and I'm letting go.
394 Whiskey Delta is going to be crosswind at 2,000 feet for downwind 29 Butler County.
Let go of the controls real quick. Just, yeah, so we're at 60. We're maintaining our altitude.
Butler County traffic 09 hotel turning.
Now let's do a turn. Let's do the same thing. Let's make a turn to the right this time. You can feel just see how much we have to move the controls.
Yeah.
And that's the stall warning horn. So we're sitting right there on the edge of the stall. So this is as slow as we can fly without anything happening.
Butler County traffic, Metro 4 mile initial 29 Butler County.
So you want to experience what a stall feels like? Okay, we won't do it. It's very docile. Basically, I mean, I'm just going to push forward to give you the feel. So we slow down, and then when it stalls, I have the airplane. So when the airplane stalls, it does this. It just goes, like the plane starts to shake like this, and then the nose goes like that.
Oh,
That's all it is. But that's okay, we won't. So to recover from this configuration, I just add full power, and I have to take out all my nose trim. Now the airplane just goes right back to its normal flying.
429, be number 2.
So let's go back. And let's do some. Let's do a. Would you like to feel the 60-degree bank?
sure.
Okay.
4 is 10 miles.
In the exact Skyhawk to
So I'm just going to use this altitude.
left downwind runway 36.
I'll do one to the left only because it's a lot easier. All right. So mixture's rich. Carb heat's in. Our flaps are up. We're trimmed. All right, so we're clear to the left. So I'm only going to do it for, I don't really have anything, oh yeah, here.
Traffic, Metro, we're on the initial.
I'm just going to put this here. So when I tell you to, I just want you to reach up and grab that. Okay? So I've got the airplane. You have your hands ready.
You have the airplane.
Okay, my airplane.
In the exact Skyhawk to Echo Fox turning left downwind runway 36.
Okay, now go ahead and grab that card.
Oh my gosh.
That was a 2G turn. Now the other thing you can do is, basically you can make that levitate.
So crazy.
If I push the nose forward, I can make this weightless and float.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Base 29 Butler
I won't do it for very long, but you'll get the feel for it. Ready?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
So that was complete. That was 0 G's.
Final 29.
All right, so let's head back. We'll do some takeoffs and landings. Let you have a feel for that. Butler County traffic, 625 to Delta's turning on left downwind runway 29 or stop and go, Butler. All right, so we are midfield wind right now, so I'm going to pull out the carb heat. I'm going to push my mixture, make sure that's rich. That's all the way in. Then when I get a beam the end of the runway, where the numbers are at, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my power back to 1700.
Takeoff traffic, here. 9 Juliet, short final, 28 full stop.
There's 1700. I'm going to put my first 10 degrees of flaps in because I'm in the wide arc. I'm going to start letting the airplane come down about 80 to 70, 75 to 80 knots. Now I'm just looking to see my 45-degree point. Butler County traffic, 625 to Delta, turning a left base, runway 29 or stop and go, Butler. for example, we're coming in and a deer runs out on the runway, we just add power.
Oh, wow.
And we just go back up.
Wow.
And 5-2 Delta's doing a go around 2-9 and remaining in the pattern, Butler.
That's pretty impressive.
Isn't it though?
Yes.
And Butler County, 625 Delta is on a left downwind for runway 29er, Butler.
How far could you fly in this plane?
About 4 hours, so about 400 miles.
Okay.
All right, so we're beating numbers, first 2 degrees of flaps. Butler County traffic, 625 to Delta's left base, full stop, 29er, Butler. For now, the runway's made, so power comes all the way out. Now I'm using my toes to slow the airplane down. Just holding back to allow the weight. The airplane's trying to hold the nose up. So what it's doing is it's causing an extra aerodynamic brake. These yellow lines take you right to the center of the taxiway.
What does apron mean?
That's the parking space for the airplanes.
Okay.
Now that we're clear from the runway, we'll go ahead and put our carpet in, pull our flaps up, and we'll lean it out a little bit. Butler County, 5-2 Delta's clear of 29er Butler. Great, now we can taxi back.